I mean, I don't know if it's working right, but it looks expensive. The equipment. Headphones.
What'd you say? What'd you say, G? Yeah, I did it. I hit myself. All right.
Ignition. Ignition.
Y'all let us know if y'all can hear us now.
Right. We need somebody to say,
Check.
hear y'all loud and clear.
Check.
Loud
Check.
You gotta start all the way over. It's all good.
Hey, no problem. Like we do say, it come from the heart, but that's the only way it's done.
What number practice?
Practice. Good for warm up. Y'all let us know before we get started. Y'all let us know y'all can hear us. I need a engineer.
That's correct.
You can't see us. We can see us. You can't see us?
Ain't see in here. Huh? With Stevie Wonder watching, huh?
Y'all can't see us?
Well, if you can't see us,
Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear us and see us.
if you can't see us, you can't be us.
Okay, hey Cuzzo. Hey Tasha, well we thank you. We thank you. Look, we had a little technical difficulty, and we was really chopping it up. It's all good. Sometimes you got to switch software. Like let me get out of that one.
Right.
Let me go to this. You can't panic. You just gotta go with the flow.
They only panic when they don't understand it.
Exactly. Let's say that again.
They only panic when they don't understand it.
Ooh-wee.
Be like I got it right there.
Look, we had
That's one of them Louisms, sir.
That's one of them Louisms.
That's one of them Louisms, sir.
That's one of them Louisms that we talk
man.
this.
Hey, Lou, every time you drop, I'm gonna go beep.
Look,
They better catch up.
hey, look, we got a special guest in the building tonight. Las Vegas native,
Yes.
stand-up comedian,
Yes,
community activist,
Yes.
entrepreneur,
Yes.
DJ,
Motivational speaker.
motivational speaker,
We can go on and on.
Y'all was paying attention, huh?
local
Yes, sir.
celebrity.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Hey,
Not just local.
Yeah, you know what?
Not just local.
And you know what, Lou? I was gonna say that. I was like, he local, but I think he worldwide.
Yes.
In rooms with Erykah Badu.
They
I
know.
see him showing out.
They know.
and
I
Lou,
see him showing out.
Yes, sir.
let me put this one there too, Lou.
Go ahead, Red.
Trendsetter.
Oh.
Trendsetter. We got Lou Collins in the building on the
Man,
Vegas Live
Yes.
podcast.
Welcome to the
man.
Vegas Live podcast.
Look.
Lou has come through. Man, I like that track in the back.
Look, I forgot I had it playing.
No, I like it.
But I gotta turn that shit off though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just
Hey, look, y'all gonna see me bounce around. I don't have no injured ears, so this is gonna be. It's gonna be like
Hey.
y'all ain't
Hey.
supposed to be
But
seeing
listen.
all my mess right here.
we ain't
Well,
got
I'ma
no
let y'all
engineers, but we're gonna be in your ears.
Go ahead,
Can I
G.
say that?
And while you doing that, G, I'm gonna say what I said, Lou.
Huh?
Welcome to the Vegas Live podcast. We appreciate you being here, and I'm gonna give you your flowers, Lou. I appreciate what you do for the community and in the community.
Wow.
Your flowers, sir. They are red roses, 4 dozens.
So in a lot of cases, you hear him drop the mic. He picked up the mic.
Picked up the mic, man. Look, we back. Look,
Yeah.
everything ain't gonna go
Right here.
smooth.
Yeah.
And hey, look, but I appreciate those you out there
Yes.
that let us know that we didn't have no sound
Right.
on our end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because y'all could have let us talk for a whole 2 hours and then we get back and ain't no goddamn
Yeah,
sound.
exactly.
Ain't been nothing.
So good looking out to everybody who said no sound. Now I can't see the chat. I got to keep getting back up, but that's okay. We're gonna continue.
Okay, but while you
keep
getting up,
talking.
I'm gonna say what I said again. So, G, I want to ask Lou. Go ahead, G. While you doing it,
Go ahead.
I said, Lou, I know you for a long time. Your name has never came up with no drama, no bull. And I asked you, was that because of your upbringing or because of the belt that your parents would put on you? Because I had that belt, and that's why you haven't been arrested, and I haven't been arrested for nothing.
Right.
It's the power of the belt. What you got,
Damn.
Lou? Yes, sir.
I feel. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, maybe Luke, maybe he never got his ass whooped, but maybe.
I've been arrested many times.
Right,
That's
yes,
what I'm like. These two motherfuckers ain't never been arrested.
Oh no, sir. Hey, hold on. Put that on me one more time, Luke. Hey, I didn't know what a juvenile was till I was in my 20s on bananas. I never. I was scared of my mama that much. Yes, sir.
Really?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arrested Development, man. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nothing major. Parking tickets. Just being irresponsible, man.
You ain't paying them.
Nothing
Right.
major. Yeah, just
Pulled
getting
over.
warrants and shit.
Yeah.
Every time I got a warrant, I'm getting pulled over.
Facts.
So, but it ain't.
Facts.
This ain't about me.
Yeah, it's about
No,
sweet
no,
Luke.
it's all good.
This
man.
is
It's
about
all-
Lou.
it's
Yeah,
about-
so that's why I asked you. So Lou, your name never came up with no drama, Lou. Your name is not streets from nothing messy, nothing, no drama. That's what I asked you. What you attribute that to? Your upbringing, with your parents?
So again, man, and thank you for it. That's a fair question.
Yeah.
So again, I saw the drama. I come from the drama.
Yes, sir.
But again, my upbringing, because we're not perfect.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We're not perfect. And coming from the West Side,
Yeah.
of course, you had to acclimate based on what you saw.
Yep.
And so again, coming out of West Las Vegas, man, you saw mayhem.
Yep.
You saw confusion. You saw gangs, drugs.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You saw fights.
Yep.
You know, we saw all of these things, man, coming out of 89106. But we also saw love.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so again, coming from a two-parent household, in 89106.
Is that rare? But go ahead.
Yeah. Coming from a and the reason why I'm saying that, because I'm gonna transition on that. So I grew up on Eleanor and J Street, coming out of West Las Vegas.
Mhm.
So at that time we moved over to where we lived in 76. But prior to that, I grew up in the old Cary Arms.
Mhm.
So by the old Cary Arms off of Cary. That's where we grew
That's
up.
north
at.
of Cary, right?
That's north of Cary.
Right,
Yes,
uh-huh.
in the Cary Arms. So in 76,
Tore down right now. It's gone.
it's tore down. Yes,
Okay.
it's tore down. But it was the Cary Arms.
Mhm.
So which is Crip City
Okay.
at the time. So again, then moving 1976 over by Doolittle. You know what I'm saying? Moving from the apartments into a house, and then understanding a two-parent household. Now, the great thing about growing up in the 89106, as we talked about, the designation of where Black folks could only live. On our street, we had 90% of the fathers in the household.
90%.
That was great.
We had
Wow.
90% of the fathers in the household
Wow.
on the street that I grew up on. So I can remember Mr. Harris's, the Lewises, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
the Smiths, the Bridgewaters, on the street.
Hey, Lou, that was
Yes, sir.
back. That was back in the day when your neighbor could whoop you.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So
the neighbors was in your business.
No.
neighbor-
You know, hear me. The neighbor could spank you,
No, that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I hear you.
and then tell your parents when you get home you're gonna get another spanking.
right. But in addition to that, see, a lot of people don't understand now that I had a chance to leave Vegas and I had a chance to go to college and I had to go into some other cities and I saw how other people live. So the dynamics of Vegas are very unique, especially West Las Vegas, because we used to have issues. We used to have issues with those of us that grew up in the houses
Mhm.
and those that grew up in public housing in the
Mhm.
projects, because 90% of the projects in Vegas are in West Las Vegas.
Yep.
Mhm. So when you say y'all had problems, was it like an envy thing, or
It
they
was-
think they better?
Yeah,
or-
it was- so
you
go ahead.
you spoil because you live in the houses.
Yes.
And my daddy's not here, and
Yes.
you got lunch money,
Yes.
and I got the tickets.
And so here's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
So this is true story. So we didn't realize growing up with DB.
Yeah.
DB and I growing up,
Uh-huh.
DB and them come out of the project.
Darren Barnes.
Dan Barnes.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Frank was on my line.
Yeah.
They come out of the Jets. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We all grew up together, super solid and everything. But because of that friction of, what you guys had stated on what we thought we was better, you guys think y'all better, blah, 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 blah. So we used to have friction and issues with the cats that came out of the Jets because we came up in the houses.
Mhm.
And then later on in life, when we got to high school, DB and I found out that we was family.
Wow.
We were family
Wow.
on my mama's side.
Wow.
Okay.
Small world.
His mama and my mama cousins.
Wow.
And so all these years that we had friction
Yeah.
and tussling and fighting and all this here foolishness going on, we later on realized and see a lot of people don't understand that. Like in West Las Vegas, because again, 90% of the housing was in West Las Vegas.
Yep.
And earlier you was talking about zip codes.
And
you said 89106 versus 89030. Can you go back just briefly into that?
Well, it's not versus. It's
it's
not
versus
in conjunction too.
In conjunction too.
So
Okay.
again, when black folks came to Vegas, as we talked about, black folks are when black people now come into Vegas, especially in the cigar lounges.
Mhm.
So we're having conversation. And again, shout out to my man Melvin over at Tapping Ash. You know what I'm saying? And so we're having these conversations. And so a lot of people that are coming in, they see Melvin and we're having these conversations. I'm engaging where black folks didn't know the disparity that we had to endure in terms of being from the 89106
Mhm.
because black people couldn't live in any other zip code but the 89106.
That was it.
That was it. So it didn't matter what your social status was.
Mhm.
You could only live in the 89106. And remember, when we came up, the industry was the test site and gaming.
Yep.
Okay.
It was test site and gaming.
Yep.
That was it.
That was it. So if your daddy worked at the test site or your mama worked at the test site, hence, right now, test site now is actually doing their due diligence, refunding a lot of the monies.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting all that money from the test site.
Sweet Lou,
Now-
they just paying them on interest off that, but you right.
That's right. They're paying them off the interest on that. So now a lot of people coming up because they're getting the interest off that money from going into the test site. But initially, it was the test site and gaming.
Yep.
And so ultimately in gaming, we could only be in the back of the house
Mhm.
Yes,
when
sir.
it came to that, which was back in hospitality.
Yep.
Okay.
So most of us a lot of the black folks that migrated from the South, because they used to send buses from Las Vegas to the South, which there are documentaries on this talking
to
about
recruit workers or
to
what?
recruit black folks to
Mississippi-
come work.
Mississippi,
Louisiana,
Mississippi, Orleans, Arkansas, all
and
them.
Arkansas.
All them.
There's a documentary.
Because it's a lot of Tallulahs out here. I hear a lot of Tallulah, Fordyce.
My mama's from Tallulah.
Okay, I hear a lot of that.
Hold
here.
on,
My
man.
mama's from Tallulah.
And my mama's from Fordyce, my dad's from New Orleans, like he said. And that's why he didn't know that him and DB was related, because they brought everybody from the same, we all related. Black people's from the same places.
Right.
So you come to Vegas, you don't know, but because you go, unless you go to family reunions, you don't know this is my cousin from, because the aunties ain't telling you, because you don't know. You on this side over here in the project, like he said, and you in these houses, but we all come to same, we all related. We all related.
Right.
We all are related. And so
Right.
again, the migration
Yeah.
is so strong. And so you don't understand, but you're coming from Tallulah,
Yeah.
you're coming from Louisiana, Arkansas,
Yeah.
Mississippi. You come in here and you can only come to the 89106. So at that time, Vegas, we had our own industry though.
Yep.
So we didn't have to migrate to the strip. We didn't have to migrate downtown because the casinos, the gaming and everything, the nightclubs, we had all that ourselves.
Right there on the west side.
Right there on the west side.
Yep.
On H and Orange, J,
Mhm.
all the alphabet streets. We
Right.
did that exclusively.
Right. And my brother's documentary Across the Tracks, which he's trying to shop it out right now, so it's not available to watch. It documents and talks about the early days of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Right.
Your father's mother. Did your father's mother grow up here? Probably not.
Yes,
Huh? She
yes,
did?
yes.
Really?
Yeah, my grandmother. Yes.
Mm.
Yes, sir. So again,
So your roots is deep.
So
in
again,
Vegas.
my family, my grandmother grew up originally in Herbert Gerson
Damn.
Okay.
in the 70s.
Okay.
She was in the Gerson. But here's the ironic thing about it. Growing up in the Gerson, then they moved over by Lois Craig
In Northtown.
in Northtown.
Okay.
In
Over
Northtown.
there in
which
the
was
hood.
In the hood.
Uh-huh.
in the hood. And my dad's youngest brother, which was crazy because it was 10 of them.
Wow.
So my dad's youngest brother is Michael Finley, Finn,
Okay. I know
who
that
started
name.
the hood.
I know Michael.
Who started? That's my uncle.
See.
Who started the Bloods?
Okay. All right.
Finn is my uncle. So it was crazy because they said, well, man, how is your brother talking to my dad? How that you a state representative and your brother is the leader of the hood?
Speak on it. Yeah, because we got branched out.
It's the truth. My uncle, my daddy's youngest brother, Finn, Michael Finley. And so that's again, a lot of people talk about, well, man, especially when the gangbanging came out. Okay, well, Lou, what do you represent? What you claim? Are you a gangster? You gangbanger? I come from a blood neighborhood.
You said you wasn't about all that.
No, but I come from a blood neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So everything I saw around me was red.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I say, all my homeboys, all my classmates and everybody, they represented that. And it was in my family. Now, me personally, I never waved the flag, but all of my neighbors in my neighborhood, we was engulfed in that because that's what I saw.
And we stop right there, Lou. And back in them streets in them days,
yes,
somebody you wasn't gang banging, and they know where you're from. They associate with that because you over here.
That's right.
And they try to put you in that.
Red, that's right.
And Lou, I never know. I'll tell you, I'm right there by Lorenzi Park. When no gang set over there.
No,
my favorite color was blue. I still wear blue to this day. But no, I never gang bang. People trying to figure out what I was. I'm nothing. I'm a man because this is what I always say. A man standing alone.
Right.
I don't need no crowd. But they try to box you in something. I don't fit in the box.
Right.
Go ahead, Lou.
And then coming out of the Jets. So again,
so you was right there by the Jets.
I was right there by the Jets.
Okay.
That's where I grew up at. And then here's the crazy thing about it too. Growing up in the Jets, like I said, we moved over there in 76. Naturally, gangbanging started happening in the 80s.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? In the 80s. So then you got all of the drama that was going on at Stop and Shop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all that was going on in the 80s with Stop and Shop, because now Stop and Shop become very prevalent with 40 ounces and chicken wings.
Yep.
Because when the chicken wings hit the scene back in the early 80s, we didn't know what it was. We used to go get chicken wings. And we didn't know ranch was. We used to call it go get the chicken wings with the rice sauce.
Exactly.
But the dope game was also powerful too. So now you got gangs. Now you got the crack on the street.
Yep.
So everybody's shining.
Yep.
Right.
So everybody going to Stop and Shop.
I heard the cars was lined up. It used to be lined
Lake
up
Mead.
on
Yes,
Lake
sir.
Mead.
I try to explain to him, Lou, on both sides of Lake Mead. From Lake Mead, you go down, you can make a left, or you can go to Revere, or you can go to Bowser. I mean, on both sides on the Lou, I told him we go to Lorenzi Park on Sunday.
That's right.
You leave Lorenzi Park, where you going? Stop and Shop.
Stop and Shop.
That's why they changed the street, G.
What you mean they changed the street?
How Lake Mead is right now? You could park your car on Lake Mead and be out.
That's what I'm like. Y'all actually parking out there?
Yes.
They changed.
Yes.
Them should be lanes you can park. Then you walk across the street, you get your beer, get your chicken wings. We out there drinking Sunday till the police move us.
Okay.
We should live for Sundays.
Facts. These are facts.
Back in the good old days.
Back,
in the 80s, in the late 80s, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
80, 88, 85, 83, 84,
right.
85.
So basically, back then, like, because you guys only had like 9 high schools like back then, right? So
13.
It was 13? Hold on, Lou. I thought it was 13.
We had about 8, Lou. We had about 8.
Come on, Lou.
I'm gonna go Shap, Bonanza, Western, El Dorado, Rancho, Basic, Bonanza. We had about 8, Lou. We ain't on 13. We had about 8. When you went to school, we had about 8.
Was it 8?
Yeah, we had about 8. We had about 8, Lou.
Go through it again.
Bonanza, Western, Rancho, Basic, Clark, Shap,
Botec.
That's about 8. We ain't no 13. We ain't no double digits, Lou.
You say Rancho?
Yeah, we ain't no double digits. Yeah, we ain't no double digits.
Say Valley?
Yeah. I give you 10.
I think you missed Valley. I think you missed Valley.
But
I know 13, Lou.
You say Basic?
Yeah,
he said basic.
Yeah.
He said basic.
I'm gonna go. Okay.
Somebody in the chat help us say whether you in Lou chat
we're gonna
or
go.
You in chat.
We're gonna start Western.
Go ahead.
Western, Rancho, Shap, Bonanza, El Dorado, Clark.
Yeah.
Bonanza.
I think you said.
Okay.
Bonanza.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Votec.
Yeah.
That's all I got 8.
Did you say basic?
Basic.
Oh, I forgot Gorman.
And Gorman.
I forgot Gorman.
That's it.
So 9 or 10. 9 or 10.
Yeah, and
9 or 10.
Gorman. That's
Right
right.
in there. Give or take.
Yeah.
So, but my point is, you
yeah.
guys didn't have that many schools. So
hell no.
on the west side, like when all that, like what school was like this? That's that school shit. I know y'all gonna say Western. Are y'all being biased? Or y'all being real with that?
No, Lou ain't biased like me. I'm biased. I'm gonna say Dub. He ain't biased.
Like what school had it cracking back then? Like what like we got to go to their assembly. We got to go to their football game. Western.
Gee, he not lying.
Western.
Everybody came to
Western.
They came for the Western Nets.
Everybody know that.
They came to
Yeah.
They came
Western.
they came to West for the Western Nets. All assemblies.
Western.
The Western.
So everybody ditched
Hold
to
on.
come to y'all school.
The Western. There you go. All that. Everybody came to Western. G.
Western. Facts.
Okay, all right,
We had the shit.
Facts. And so again, like I said, and we go through this all the time naturally.
Yeah.
You know, there's different segments of what the attractions were.
Yes, sir.
Different segments of what the attractions were. Because again, you know, track,
Yeah.
different,
Mhm.
basketball, different,
The girls.
football, different,
The girls.
the girls,
different.
different,
Votech and Shaq.
Votech, I mean, different.
Yeah.
You know, again, Wrigley States,
yeah,
Shaq,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
We talked about that.
different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you talk about, you know, the classes, you know, that was class, you know, that was different
Right.
type of classes, even in the 89106, you know, in the 030, that was different class levels. And so people were truly proud about what set they came from.
right.
And so even coming in, like I said, you know, the Wrigley States and all those, wasn't gang banging over there. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't gang banging over there.
That's what Theo said.
Yep.
Yeah.
Theo said that. He
Yeah.
said he said they didn't
Yeah.
came. They didn't come to late.
Right, they didn't come to they didn't come till late.
He said it was
Right.
the State Boys. Then
Yeah, they came late.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They came late. You know, most of the cats over in states, they was in the car, low riders.
Yeah, that's what I said. Everybody had their car. Lou, you know, we had cars. Everybody, we gonna leave the rental
Yeah.
car. We gonna ride through the states. Everybody ride.
Yeah,
through
the boys at the states, you know, they was in the low riders. They was
Yeah.
into their cars, you
Okay.
know, it was a good thing. So, but the banging side of it, you know, like I say, the West and then Northtown,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Northtown, you know, they came with it.
Mhm.
Because again, if you wasn't, and we talk about this often too. So my man, my best friend, my right and left hand man is my man Jeff Jones.
Okay.
So Jeff Jones was a rude boy. So the rude boys, you have to understand, they all came out of Rancho.
Okay.
So if you didn't see, there was a distinction between Northtown and the West Side. If you was from the Northtown, you couldn't come to the West Side
what you mean?
unless you had a pass.
What you mean?
You couldn't come to the West Side
and hang out.
No, unless you had a pass or you was endorsed.
or a pistol and ready to do some work because you couldn't come, G.
You couldn't come.
So how would they know? They just know you ain't from over here.
Remember-
What?
remember-
How-
remember-
how-
hold
No,
on.
you got a pass.
Remember we had the conversation when Mike Elliott was here.
Yeah.
Listen,
How you know a Northtown dude from a? Remember we had how you know a Northtown dude from a West Side dude, G?
Yeah.
Remember you was laughing that time?
Yeah.
You know because like he said, you know who you grew up with and who people.
Right.
It's real talk.
It wasn't
Okay.
it wasn't just a look. You know who you grew up with.
Right.
It's real talk.
Who
And
you went to
so,
school with? Like,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
from
yeah.
and so we only have at the time we had one gym for all the athletes.
Yeah.
Was Doolittle.
Doolittle. Yeah.
You had Doolittle, but you had Doula.
Mhm.
You had Doula too, but you had Doolittle was the gym.
Mhm.
So no matter what your talents were, see, they used to ball down at Doula for Northtown, but
Okay.
it wasn't really a big gym. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So you get it in, Boys and Girls Club, down off of Cary in North Las Vegas. But the showcase was Doolittle.
Okay.
But if you didn't have a pass or nobody endorsed you, you couldn't go over there, and vice versa.
right.
So, and vice versa. So, based on what Red said earlier about, well, Lou, you was never into no drama. You was never did it. See, I had a pass because my pops was a coach.
Mhm.
So we and my uncles was in Northtown. You
Right.
know, it was Bloods in Northtown. So I could go wherever I wanted to go
Mhm.
because I had a pass.
Right. Right. It's always good to have that pass. Like,
It's
look,
all,
I'm-
so we ain't gonna mess with Bug. See, I was Bug Collins.
oh, that was your nickname.
That was my nickname, Bug.
Okay. All right, Bug.
That
That's
was
my
Bug,
first
yeah.
time hearing that.
It's Bug, baby.
Okay.
I'm telling the
All
truth.
right.
So Sweet Luke came later. I was Bug. I've been Bug.
Right.
So
right.
if you know me, you know Bug.
right.
So when you see Bug, because we was playing sports, so we
Mhm.
went. So Pops would go into everybody's hood
Mhm.
and get athletes. Valley View, Vegas Heights, the Hood, Northtown. So Coach Collins. Oh, that's Bug. That's Coach Collins. So, oh, that's Finn's nephew. Or that, you know what I'm saying? So that's such and such nephew. So we was connected. So if I went to Northtown to the rec center, I get a pass.
Okay.
Because it was like, well, nigga, you ain't from over here. Oh, that's Bug.
Leave him alone. He got to leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
If you look, I don't. You asked, you know what? I'm not even gonna bring that up. Never mind. I ain't gonna bring that up. But I want to wait till Reg get back here up in here because I want to get back to the Western high school days. I want to touch on them Western high school days briefly because Reggie was telling me something. I'm like, I can't believe that. He said they used to be scared to walk in the cafeteria.
Hold on, put my headphones on, G. Hold on.
What you want to bring up?
Hold on, Lou.
What you want to talk about that you didn't want to bring up?
He about to.
So, Sweet Lou, I've been saying, I know
I
you
got
for,
my man Crime Bone on here.
I've been knowing you for a long time, Sweet Lou.
Yes, sir.
And I've been telling my
My
homeboy,
man Big Will on here.
my homeboy, Sweet Lou, I've been telling my buddy, Mr. Vegas Gates, about that Western High School cafeteria in 85 and 86. Well, cats would not come through that lunchroom. They would walk around the girls' gym because Sweet Lou, Buke, and them cats was holding court. You're going to get ranked on if you walk through that mother.
He said Buke was a beast when it came to roasting.
I say Sweet Lou. I'm getting Sweet Lou, Buke, DB. Oh, G, you're not gonna sit back and just think you're gonna step up and just watch. You're gonna get roasted too. So you have to have some 85, 86. Sweet Lou, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So again, being at Western, man, 85, 86. So you came to Western.
Yeah.
Western was the livest cafeteria
man
in the city.
Y'all didn't have two lunches?
So
yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Sweet Lou might have first lunch, right? I'm gonna have second lunch.
But you're gonna stay.
We said both lunches.
That's right.
Huh?
So no,
Huh?
so the real talk. So
Huh?
so cats
Huh?
used to leave their school.
Yes.
The other 9 schools that we talked about, they would,
Gee, I'm trying to tell you, man.
cats would leave their school to come to Western just for the lunch. They would come to the cafeteria.
Hey, G, you know how people say,
Literally.
You know how people say, I did the comedy clubs. Western Cafeteria was a comedy club, bro.
Western Cafeteria, it was
a comedy
where
club.
you got your stripes. Whereas the roaster, you got your stripes.
Come on, man. 16 years old, brother.
Yeah.
16 years old.
Hey, man, I know he ain't never changed since I known him for all these years. G, he been had jokes. I'm gonna tell you a story. You told me, Sweet Lou, a few years back. You say you was roasting this girl. You said you seen her a few years later. She's like, you shot my self-esteem down. You say, what did you tell her? I was young back then. You remember that?
Right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. No,
but G, he would not mean no harm to the girl. We just had jokes, man.
Right.
G, y'all be like, oh, Sweet Lou, they tell me, Reg, you joke too much. I've been doing it for so long.
But okay, let me ask you a question, Reg.
Yes.
So when Lou and them left, when Lou and them graduated, did y'all carry it on?
Yes, we took over. Ask Herb. We sat back and learned. Yeah, they was 85, we was 86, 87.
Right.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Right.
That's right. Yes, sir.
That's right.
Oh yeah, we ran that shit.
No, we did that, man. We did that.
Y'all was doing that.
No, we did that.
So when you get your gift, because didn't you do stand-up comedy for a little while? Or
yeah, well, see, that's what I'm saying. So so all of that
was training.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you said it, Red. So not knowing.
Yeah.
I didn't know it. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So again, when I go off to school, when I go to college, finish at Western.
Speaking of that,
Yes, sir.
When you going to college, what you going to college major in, Lou?
I actually majored in economics
And then
management.
But that helped out too. But the comedy was yours.
Well, here's the thing. This is what I discovered. So this is what I discovered because again, like I told you, see, I don't know, Red, you remember, I was the fat dude.
Yeah. Well,
You remember?
Well,
I was a fat dude.
Mm.
So and the reason why I'm saying that is because I have to say that to say this. So at the time,
that was a defensive mechanism. I got
so
you.
You had to.
I got
there
you.
you go.
I got
See,
you.
right now,
You had to get good.
See, right now,
Yeah.
right now, say it again.
That was a defensive.
That was a defense mechanism. See,
yeah.
because now as I transition and I look at now when I go in the store and I see 2X, 3X, 4X, 5X, 6X, 7X, it's normal. I was just saying this to myself a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, dude, You see guys that are 4X, 5X, 6X, 7X, some of your partners, and it's normal.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody making fun.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But back then.
But back then,
yeah.
to be a 2X and to be a 3X, you was a spectacle.
Yeah. But then
but
then G,
like he said,
but he was still freshly dressed.
But
G.
I was fly.
Yeah, that's what, yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So you always, I don't want to stray too far off,
No.
because you
Yeah.
always you always been a dresser. Like
Yeah,
right
I'm a
now,
fly.
you be like you really coordinate
High
your
school.
shit.
G,
I'm fly.
High school.
So he been like that, really.
Right. And so that was
Okay,
a part.
alright.
Because see, now here's the thing. You'll learn that a lot of big dudes, they
low self-esteem.
they are fly and accessorize.
Oh, so
Reg,
They-
you
they
get that
no,
from?
but I'm
That's
saying,
what I'm saying.
I'm saying what he's saying about low self-esteem. Most
Go ahead.
big,
No.
if they don't put it together like you
They
said.
don't- but see, a
Yeah,
lot of big
yeah.
dudes, you'll see them, they have on jewelry,
Yeah.
necklace,
Uh-huh.
they have on rings,
Uh-huh.
because they accessorize it.
Yeah,
And then they'll
Right.
be smelling
good.
overly. Like how much? Because they don't want you to see the size.
I never thought about that.
They don't want you to see the size.
Mhm.
So when you walk up to me, man, that's a nice, man, what kind of necklace?
Right.
Man, how
right.
many rings you got on your finger? Man, how many? You see what I'm saying?
right, I feel
So now I'm scoping this out. So I see why big guys do what big guys do.
you. Mhm.
So now, like I'm telling you, in the 80s, see, there was no big and tall stores.
Yeah, when the swap meet had no 4Xs or 3Xs.
No, you
yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
So
right.
coming out of high school, wasn't no big and tall stores. So
Yeah.
listen, so if you was fat, you got talked about. You know what I'm saying? So you had to come back, like Red say, a defense mechanism. So my whole defense mechanism was
I'm gonna tear your ass
I'm
up.
gonna tear your ass up.
Because
see,
you ain't gonna come
Ain't
back.
gonna be no more fat jokes.
Nope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's kind of where you had to like, look, I gotta develop this skill of
Yeah.
roasting, because I'm gonna get you up off me.
And I'm gonna get you up off me. So now I show people pictures. Dude, I remember one time I went to the doctor. I remember, and this was after I think college or whatever. I tell people I'm 5'6", 5'7".
Mm-hmm.
I was 298.
Damn. In high school?
No, after. I'm saying,
Oh,
but I've
after high
been big,
school?
but 298.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
5'6", 5'7".
And then Lou, in high school, when somebody talk about you, that's a form of bullying.
That's a form. So that's a form. But I'm gonna get you. So now it's like, okay, Lou, you got to make a lifestyle change.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to make a lifestyle change. And so I just tell people the skinnier I got, the more funny I got.
Ball.
And the skinnier I got, the more they paid.
She
So you
changed.
was
Hold
really
on.
on the circuit.
Let me go. I forgot. Ding. I say every time you drop it down, I'm gonna say ding. That's a dime. Ding.
So you was really on the stand up like
Circuit.
where,
Yes, sir.
where you really
Yes, sir.
that's what you were pursuing at
That's-
one time.
so-
like I'm about to be a stand up.
And that's so when I went to college, right? So now,
Grambling
when I
State
got
University.
when I
right?
got to Grambling,
Mm-hmm.
so at the time, Lawrence Weekly,
Okay.
former county commissioner,
Mm-hmm.
Weekly was the president of the student union when I got to Grambling. He was the
Okay.
president. So student unions are the ones who are over all of the campus activities.
Yep.
So Weekly and we had been solid since the early 80s because Weekly came out of the projects. He came out of Sherman Gardens.
Okay.
He came out of Sherman Gardens. And so again, he went to Western. He went to school out of his own too. So he went to Western. So now I get to Grambling. Weekly is at Grambling.
Mhm.
He's the president of the student union. So now Grambling gets a budget on hosting student activities.
Uh-huh.
So we getting concerts, we getting shows. So Larry gives me a shot of going on stage and hosting. Because he's like, Lou, I'm the president. I got the budget. I'm gonna put you on stage.
Was this about to be your first time on stage?
Right. This was pretty much like my first time on stage.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And so all of my life at Western, I'm killing them in the calf room.
Yes, sir.
I'm killing them. I'm slaying them in the calf. Everywhere we go, the football game, after the game, the after party. We used to have capping sessions.
It ain't even
Even
close.
at Rancho, we used to have in summer school, we used to have capping sessions. I would in the Northtown too. My man
Uh-huh.
Jad, I would come from the West North. I would kill them because it was a big deal. Capping was big.
So okay. It was big. So
It was
who was
big.
your competition?
There wasn't any.
I
There
just
was no
told-
competition.
G,
There wasn't
you
any.
didn't hear me. I said it wasn't even close.
There
You
wasn't.
didn't- I
And
said it wasn't
then,
even close.
and then we had a teen club called That's Entertainment.
I
So-
remember that club.
I-
You
I was-
remember That's
yeah, yeah,
Entertainment?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
Okay, 88.
I was
Okay.
out here like 80. But I was out here for a year, like 85 or something, like 80,
Yeah.
84 for my 7th grade year.
Yeah.
Then
Right.
I went back to California.
That's right. And so we would go to That's Entertainment.
That's entertainment.
And so,
Troubadour,
but you
all
had a white boy,
Yep.
DJ
Yes,
Rob.
Mhm.
DJ Rob.
and Robin Scott.
Okay, say it again.
DJ Robin Hypo Scott.
Was
remember those
funny. The white boy
Yeah.
DJ Rob was nice.
Yeah.
He could play the dozens.
Mhm.
Oh,
The white boy DJ Rob, be with DJ Twin, he could play the dozens. The white boy was nice.
Mhm.
Be with DJ Frankie. So when we would go on the other side of town, DJ Rob was a white boy. He was funny. He was nice. He could bring it. But I was slaying them all, brother. And so when I got to school, then I come out of school. I got out of college in 91. Comic View started hitting in 93, roughly 93, 94.
Mhm.
93, 94, roughly Comic View, because Comic View hit before Def Jam. And so now, when Comic View hit, now comedy is the main focus
yeah.
of Black culture
Mhm.
other than sports.
Yep.
Because remember, sports was always had its
Right.
place with us. He was a great football player, he was a great basketball player. So now we got a platform with comedy. And then, of course, Russell Simmons, BET comes up with Comic View. So now it's like, oh, so now, of course, you got DL Hewley. That's where he got started because he was the first host. Now I'm doing comedy shows back and forth here in LA. So then here in Vegas, me and Rick at the time, because I'm fresh out of school, Ricky Red, he in the streets hustling, doing his thing. Rick's the man. So Rick puts the money up
Mhm.
for us to start doing comedy at the Heritage Lounge in the back.
Really?
Yes.
The old Heritage.
The Heritage Lounge.
They had a back.
Yes,
it's
the
a
back.
stage back
A
there,
stage
G.
back there.
Yeah.
They had a stage.
Yeah.
They had a stage
Yeah,
back
yeah,
there. Y'all don't remember that?
Yeah,
I don't
stage
remember
back
that. I don't
there,
remember no stage being back
In the
there. I don't.
Heritage Lounge.
Yeah.
Right there off of Orange, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
In the
So,
Nucleus Plaza.
so
Nucleus Plaza.
yes, sir.
You was only at the front by the bar. G was a stage. in
Yeah,
the back.
it was.
There
on
was
the
a
back.
stage in
Okay,
the
all
back,
right,
man. So
okay.
again, and I don't know if you know, I did a comedy CD in 2000.
Nah, I didn't know that.
So I got a comedy CD. I did a comedy CD,
Mhm.
Fire CD in 2000, and the CD I was actually starting the CD live comedy with my man Jim Browski,
Mhm.
DJ Jim
I know-
Browski.
I know Jim Brown.
Jim was my production guy and the DJ.
Mhm.
So Jim had all the equipment. So we had mic'd up the Heritage Lounge for me to shoot my comedy CD in 99, 2000.
Mhm.
Okay, at the Heritage Lounge live. But when my brother got murdered,
Yeah. Rest in peace, Drakey.
when my brother got murdered in 2000, it held up the process.
Mhm.
So I went into a depression.
Yeah.
My brother got murdered April of 2000. So when Dre got murdered, April of 2000,
You know what? Now that you say that, from the coast,
Drakey Collins.
from the coast.
No.
No,
No,
okay,
no.
never mind. Never mind.
No,
Keep
no.
going. Keep going. Keep
No,
going.
no,
man. Keep
no,
on
no.
going.
right?
I don't know if y'all know Dre from the coast.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
Long
Dre.
Curl. I forgot his
course.
last
Yeah,
name.
That's my guy.
Okay.
He dated my cousin
Okay.
Kim.
All right. I'm like, that's
Yeah,
your brother.
Dre.
That's why I
No,
threw that
that's
up.
my
Okay.
guy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
good.
Drake
Yep.
from the coast. That dated Kim, my cousin. Yeah.
My bad. Go ahead. I
No,
didn't
no,
cut you off.
no, not a problem. So when that happened in April of 2000, when he got murdered, that held up the project. So of
Mhm.
course, naturally went into a depression. You know what I'm saying? Went underground. So for several years, I think it was 2 years. I was dealing. We was dealing with that with the family and
Mhm.
moms and pops and my sister and I, and we was dealing with that. That was difficult. You know what I'm saying? Extremely. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Based on how it happened and all of the alleges on who was a part of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
All the alleges on who was part of that, because that was some bullshit.
For sure.
Mhm.
That was still some bullshit. So when that happened, I couldn't come out with the project.
Right.
So I think, like I said, about 2 years later, I had gotten a spirit, and the spirit had come to me, and it was Dre. You know, he was like, Lou, you got to finish. Lou, you got to finish the project. You got to finish the comedy CD. You got to finish the comedy CD. So we go back in, call everybody back up. We get back at it, man. Like I said, I wanted it live. So a lot of the content that I had at that time was old. So I had to go back, write new material. Now, keeping in mind, the comedy thing was so essential for me because in the early, like I say, in the latter parts of the 90, 95, the early 2000s, wasn't nobody else doing it other than me and a brother named Diamond Gladney. So Diamond now manages Cat Williams. Diamond was from St. Louis. So now me and Diamond, we're like this. But Diamond and I was doing comedy in Vegas. We was the only two cats doing comedy at that time, in the little venue. So
right.
So now I come out, we pop it off. I go back and I rewrite and we reshoot. And then I came up with the CD. And I came back out. It was called the Lou Millennium, because it was the early part of 2000 when I released it.
All right.
The Lou Millennium comedy CD at that time. And so again, and if you opened it up back in the day, you could open up the comedy CD, like the albums. You know what I'm saying? And
you still got a copy of that CD?
I do.
You got to give me a copy of that.
I got to get you a copy, man.
You remember you did my family reunion. Do you remember that? You don't remember I hired you to come do stand-up comedy for my family reunion? It was downtown. I forgot what hotel was in. How I do? You did good.
Lou, you ain't get fooled. You ain't never bombed, man.
You did good. I was like, Lou probably don't even remember.
Was it at the Golden Nugget or the?
It might have been the Nugget. Hey, I forgot.
You
might have been Fremont or something.
This man didn't be so long. G,
right.
He gonna forget all that.
Yeah. I hired Lou for my family reunion.
Right. Big Will just hit it. He right. Kicking Black Productions, man. That was. Will, thank you, man. What up? What up, Mo? Yeah, Kicking Black Productions. That's who we were.
Okay.
Big Will, that's who we were. And so, again, coming out of that, and then, coming into the city. And so now we got function. We functioning now. We functioning. We moving. So then we started doing comedy at the Rouge. And then what ended up happening at the Rouge, I ended up getting a phone call one time. And they was like, well, look, man, we saw you at the 100. They was like, Lou, we saw you at the 100 and you killed it, because Wade to the Blue, Terry Wade and Anthony Blue started doing comedy. Okay. Start promoting black comedy, HBO, blah, 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 blah. So I get a phone call one day, some cats that saw me at the 100, so like, hey, man, we bringing in Rudy Ray Moore. Okay. To the Moulin Rouge. And we want you to open up for Rudy Ray Moore. So I'm saying, Rudy Ray Moore.
Yes, sir.
The Dolomite.
Was you ready?
And I'm like, Dolomite dead. Because I ain't eating Dolomite since I was a kid.
Lou.
It's a true story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dolomite. It's like, yeah, man, we bringing in Rudy Ray Moore to the Rouge, and we want you to open up. And I'm like, man, Dolomite dead. I was listening to Dolomite when I was a kid.
He's still alive.
Sneaking and living. Sneaking and listening to him.
Like playing more Richard Pryor
albums. They was like, no, Rudy Ray Moore is still alive. So we want to book you for the show. I'm like, are you serious? They're like, yeah, we're serious. We want to book you. He's coming. So it actually happened. And so when it happened, I went on and I was telling Rudy Ray at the time, we behind stage at the Rouge. And at the time, Sarah Ann Knight had the Rouge. Sarah Ann had the Rouge at the time. And so again, I was telling him, I was like, well, man, I had never performed in front of an older audience, because Rudy Ray, he got people that's been around 40 years, 50 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and this is a true conversation. He was consulting me. And I was like, well, look, Mr. Moore, I never performed. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. And he says, young man, you got to remember, they was your age too.
Did that help you?
It helped me. He said, do you?
Right.
He said, remember, young man, they was your age too. So they'll get it. Just do you. Right. And so he and I became the best of friends. I was doing shows for Rudy Ray Moore, man, often. You know, Rudy Ray here and there, and Rudy would call my house, man. I remember I had a buddy from Arkansas one time, and Rudy called the house, and I said, man, grab that. I said, man, grab that phone. He said, Lou, okay. And he said, hello. And I said, well, put it on speaker. So I was doing something at the house. He put it on speaker. And he says, hello, my partner. He said, hello. Hello. And he says, hello. Is this ain't Lou? And I say, he say, ask me what it is. He said, this is Rudy Ray Moore. He said, Lou, are you serious? That's Rudy Ray Dolomite calling you? I say, man, tell him I'm gonna call him right back. I'm busy. He said, can he call you back, Mr. Dolomite?
Wow.
He ran around my living room. He ran around my living room saying, dude, you got Dolomite calling you?
Wow.
True story.
How did you get out the comedy game? Why did you
just
lose passion for it?
No, I didn't get out the comedy game.
Okay.
No, I didn't get out the comedy game. So 1990, so like I said, I got in the comedy game in Vegas in 1995 as Comic View. So the Comic View and all that, did shows in LA and all that kind of stuff. Now, the thing about it was, so in 2004, I got on Carnival Cruise Line. So I saw,
really?
Yes, sir. It's documented. So 2004, I cruised on Carnival. I was the entertainment on Carnival Cruise Line. In 2004, I toured around the world doing comedy on Carnival Cruise Lines.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. So you know you take the cruise.
Yeah, you take the cruise.
And they have the entertainment.
Got them 3 shows, late night shows,
yes,
3 shows at night. Yeah,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I did that.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Okay. So Lou, let me ask you. You're a professional comedian.
Yes, sir.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
So I want to ask you, how do you feel about the state of comedy right now when they're comparing each other against each other and going against each other? How you feel about that?
So right now, so I'm gonna answer both questions. So I didn't get out of the game. So the thing about it is that now I get calls.
Yeah.
You know, I get calls.
Oh, you're gonna get booked for the rest of your life.
I get calls, right? But see, you got to pay me. You got to pay me.
Check got to be right.
And so a lot of the new promoters, they don't understand my legacy. Now, because I went to college, I didn't have to chase comedy.
Yeah.
Because I'm so diverse. You see what I'm saying?
You don't need that $100 payday like them cats.
That's correct.
You ain't gonna pay me $100 for a show.
Right.
No.
And so I know cats right now that when I started 25, 30 years ago, they're still at it.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I see them.
Yeah. Still club to club.
I see them
on the plane every weekend.
We've been doing this. So at Mariposa.
Oh, you talking about local cats?
And national cats that's coming through here.
Oh, okay, really? Okay.
That he ran across.
That I ran across. See, you gotta understand. Cats don't understand that Terry Wade, Anthony Blue, they brought the comedy to Vegas. Then I started bringing comedy to Vegas, comedians to Vegas. So the same comedians that are being recycled through 30 years later, they still never popped. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
They still never popped. So my pop was Pimps Up, Hoes Down. That was my claim to fame. See,
explain. What is that? What you mean? That documentary?
I'm in it.
You was in there?
I'm the guy.
Hold on. Was you in that?
See, you don't remember me because see, at that time I was 60 pounds heavier.
Now you know I'm about to go on YouTube and look at that documentary.
Go check it out.
Pimps Up, Hoes Down documentary.
I'm the one that hosted the show, talked about the white pimp and all of that.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah,
it's coming back.
You know I'm going after this podcast.
I remember that.
I gotta go back.
Yes, you sure was. Yes, he was. He was. When you said the white dude, I remember that.
Look, if I was over there on my regular spot engineer, I would pull it up right now.
I remember the white dude. Yeah.
Come on, man. That was my
Pimps
Up, Hoes Down was my claim to fame. That's what put me on the map.
Yeah.
Because I'm the one, I was the comedian. Now, Mike Epps came. That's when Mike Epps and I first met. So they brought me in as a comedian and they brought Mike Epps in, but he got cut. So they cut Mike Epps out, and I was the featured comic with. See, me and Bishop Don Juan, Ice-T, and all them. We solid to this day.
Yeah, Ice-T was in that bitch.
We solid to this day.
And then it went to Chicago after. Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, and done so movies, Vin Raines, all that. So I done a couple movies that put me in the game. So nationally and around the country, Lou.
So that's why you said earlier when I said known in Las Vegas, you like,
no.
Yeah, I'm nationally.
I'm national.
Nationally.
I'm national.
So
when I go back,
a lot of the stuff I'm learning today. So that's why I wanted to bring you in studio so I can get some of this knowledge. A lot of shit you telling me that look, I know you was a comedian, but I'm like, why Lou never like really try to pursue and not saying you didn't try to pursue it, but like that's why I'm like, why Lou didn't continue it? You know what I'm saying? Like some of these other comedians I still
he said no coming short. He's still doing it.
Yes,
but he waiting for that. You got to pay me for it.
Oh, really? So you would still jump on stage right
now? No,
now.
I'll kill him. They know. So
you got to pay him for his work.
So they know. So like even like right now on Sundays at Mariposa and all that, they are Devin them. They know. They get it. They know. But see, you listen. You're gonna pay me and not play me.
Ain't nothing free right now.
You're gonna pay me and not play me.
Yeah.
So again,
hold on. Ding. Ding, ding. Ding.
So I don't have to chase the notoriety. Like other cats are chasing it. You know, like I said, even like Big Will. We had Big Will. Big Will was on the. We had him. Big Will. He on here, but he was doing comedy at one time at the Heritage. So my whole thing is, see, now I am a celebrity host.
Yes, sir. Pay me as that.
With a comedic twist.
That's a title. Pay me as my title.
Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. And when Lou was on his game, he on his game. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, I hired you for my anniversary party.
Right.
I done hired you a couple of times.
You have.
Because Lou, he will DJ. He'll grab the mic. He gonna keep the party going.
We said all them titles we gave him. All them titles we gave him.
Yeah.
I don't know if they was hearing us earlier. We can go back and name them. Entrepreneur, celebrity host, comedian. We can keep on and on.
Man, Lou pulled up in that little van. He had a little van. I don't know if he
still got
that.
it.
He still got the van.
Yes, sir. Still got the fan club van.
Had his DJ equipment.
Got it all.
So Lou. So I'm
still got it at the house.
So why you said so? I'm the messy dude of the crew. So yeah, I'm the messy dude, Lou. But I'm gonna keep it professional.
I like that. Go ahead.
I'm talking about way back.
I like that. I'm the Mexican of the crew.
I'm the Mexican way back, Lou. So you already know when you meet a girl, what's the best thing to get a girl, Lou? What you make them do? You make them laugh, right?
You make them laugh. Oh, you got them. If you make them laugh, you got them.
That's all I'm saying.
You got them.
That's
all of them.
That's all. One more time, Lou.
All of them.
Not 90%.
No, 100%.
So that's
if you keep you keep them laughing, you got them. That's the key.
Hey, so here go Messy Reg again. I ain't never did this before. Pulling pennies. Yeah. Tell me I'm lying, Lou.
You know, you're not lying.
Hey, y'all hit that like button, hit that share button when y'all come in. We are special guest, Sweet Lou Collins, man, on this Saturday. Jerry Preston, what up, Chuck?
Man?
What up, Chuck? Oh, got Chuck.
Silver State's disposal partner
Chuck.
there. We go way back, man. Thank y'all for joining the Vegas Live podcast.
My man Tone from New Orleans. So now most of what I do, because again, there's so much disrespect.
Yeah.
There's so much disrespect in the game. You know what I'm saying? And I was raised up, we was raised in my household, that we couldn't use the N-word.
Yes.
We couldn't use the N-word. For real. My dad, we couldn't use the N-word. So a lot of times, even when I'm on stage, I try to circumvent the N-word if I'm referencing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't put the N-word in I don't put the N-word in my comedy.
Right.
But no, I don't. But I'm gonna say this, but it's so much nigga shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the industry. So my thing is I don't have to fall victim because I went to school. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, because I remember the early days of going and doing comedy and chasing the dream. And at the end of the night, you see where the promoter made money, but they don't pay you. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't pay you. So even as a
janky promoters.
So even as a promoter, I learned that even if I took a loss, I'm gonna still pay you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's not your fault, especially if you delivered the service.
Yeah.
And so now, again, I don't have to subject myself to that because I went to school.
Right.
So I'm gonna go, because a lot of times, like I said, when at the Housing Authority, when I worked at the Pearson Center, I was the director of the Pearson Center.
Yeah.
The director. I didn't work, everybody worked under me.
Yeah.
I was the boss. The director of the culinary. I was over there at the culinary.
Yeah.
Director. I told her, because my degree allowed me to tell everybody what to do. And at night, then I got to deal with the culture that comes with the night. I got to deal with the janky promoters. I got to deal with the wickedness. I got to deal with the shadiness. I got to deal with, you know what I'm saying, the inconsistencies, the haters. I got to deal with all that at night. Because at night, I'm trying to blow up, but I'm saying, you know what, God, I don't need this.
I don't need it. I don't need
But
it.
see, that 100, 200, 300 I don't need that to keep my lights on.
Nope.
Right. It's good to have options, though. It's good to have options.
I don't need that to keep my lights on.
But not for the
multiple streams.
Multiple streams.
But he said not for the bullshit though.
Not for the bullshit.
And you ain't paying me. You ain't paying me for what I know what I can do.
That's right. And I don't need this to keep my lights on. I don't need this to keep gas in my car.
Right.
And you ain't gonna keep disrespecting me.
Right.
So even now, I'm saying I see the movement,
Yeah.
but a lot of it I created. So again, respect. Like I say, I see the comedians that are coming in town.
Yeah.
I see them that are here. I see them like 30 years later, you still doing that.
Yeah.
You know why they still doing that? Because they need that $200.
That's all they could do. That's all they could do. Luke, I know you laugh, but you said
because I watch a lot of I watch a lot of comedians. And I to me, I would think the goal would be not to be on the road every weekend, traveling city to city doing clubs.
No,
you know what I mean.
That's
I would think that would be like I want to be somewhere in house.
Let me go because you the comedian. I would think I want to do like Kevin Hart do, even Country Wayne. I want to do stadiums. I don't want to do the small.
They coming to me.
Come on, man.
Right. I want to do arenas.
But that's the advantage of living in Vegas. See, that's the plus of living in Vegas, G.
Yeah.
You don't have to travel.
Oh,
see, if you want to come see Celine Dion, you got to come to Vegas. She's not going to tour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to come see Toni Braxton, you got to come to Vegas. She didn't have to tour.
Right.
So that's the benefit of being in Vegas, where you don't have to be on the road. You know what I'm saying? Because again, when Alexander Hamilton made that song, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of being on the road. You know, that song that he hit. So that was me. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And the lady was saying the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of you being on the road. You know what I'm saying? But I'm chasing my dream. I'm chasing my dream. So I had to, because again, I had a situation where I had to fight a cat.
Yeah.
In a club.
Damn.
About disrespecting me. And so that's the 89106 that comes out.
Was that a heckler or a promoter?
No, it was a comedian.
Oh, damn.
It was a comedian
damn.
Who took me for granted.
Oh, yeah.
That was a comedian who took me for granted.
Was he messing with your money or just?
Well, he was messing with my money. And so the story is, it was a comedian. We had our office downtown. And again, I had an office, Fan Club Entertainment. Me and my man Jazz. Remember the office on 6th and Carson.
Yeah. Okay.
I had an office. We opened up Fan Club in 2003. So I've been ahead of the curve, brother.
Yeah.
I didn't hustle out the trunk. So I had a legitimate office. I paid legitimate business license and taxes and everything in 2003 down on 6th and Carson. So I had a comedian. His name was Scott Figg. I'm calling his name. Scott Figg was a comedian, pretty good comedian. So he had got a gig. Tim Hardaway, they used to play ball. Tim, NBA.
Miami Heat.
Tim Hardaway, when he got out of the NBA, Tim Hardaway started promoting comedy. So Scott Figg had come to me and he was like, well, Sweet Lou, I got a gig with Tim Hardaway. They can't pay me unless I'm connected with a business, right? Because I don't have a business, so they can't pay me. So if I could use Fan Club, your company, for them to address the check. So I said, okay, I don't have a problem with that. You know, go do your thing. He said, they're going to send you a deposit. And then when I go do the show, they're going to give me the balance. I said, okay, well, it's business.
Right.
It's business, right? This is a true story. It's business. So I'm gonna need a percentage of that
For sure. Ain't nothing free.
for the
Shit.
transaction.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, Sweet Lou, I got you. Okay, so I'm gonna write up the contract, the paperwork. You're gonna use the company. We're gonna make the transaction. They're gonna cut the check. That's what they did, right? I think I was supposed to get $250 from the transaction. Well, he goes, he does the trip. He comes back to Vegas. Okay, man, how was the show? Lou, the show was good. Now, this is Sweet Lou. I'm dressed. I'm fly, as always. But I got some gangster in me, sir. There is some gangster in me.
What'd you say? 89106?
I got some gangster in me for sure. So we come back. I said, hey, man, where my money? Oh, man, Lou, where my money? Oh, well, Lou, man, you know, I got you. I got you. I got you. This is a true story. I got you. Okay. I see him for the third or fourth time. Hey, man, where my money? It was business. I did what I said I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Da-da-da-da. Okay. All right, man. Okay. So I see him at a party. He was with Jay Reed, comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know Jay
that
Reed?
name? Yeah, I know that name.
Jay
Yeah.
Reed, comedian.
Yeah.
They was together
Mm-hmm.
at a party out there by the airport. We had a party several years ago. We had a party out there by the airport. I see him and Jay Reed, they're comedians. They was together. I see the bathroom. So what I do is I dip in the bathroom. It was crowded. It was a hallway. So I dip in the bathroom. When I dip in the bathroom, because naturally they're coming to the bathroom.
Oh, you got to pee.
Mm-hmm.
So I just dip in the bath because I know they're getting ready to come to the bathroom. So I dip in the bathroom. Who comes through the door? Scott Figg,
Mm-hmm.
right? But Jay didn't come behind him, but they was together. Door open. He just, because he had to pee.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, what's up? Oh, what up, Sweet Lou? What's going on, man? Hey, man, you got my money? You got my money? Partner? No, man, no. You know what I'm saying, sir? So now, here's the thing. This is a true story, gentlemen. Follow me.
Oh, yes, sir.
So I worked in culinary. When I used to work in the hotel.
Don't tell me you put a knife in your.
Listen, as a porter, remember, as a porter, I used to work in the hotels as a porter. As a porter, I used to do the bathrooms. I'm thinking this shit out. This is a true story. The napkin holder is stainless steel, right?
Right.
The napkin holder.
Uh-huh.
I remember as a porter back in the day working in the hotel that if you slide it off the wall, it comes out. 'Cause I used to have to slide and put the napkins in.
Uh-huh.
So it just is held on with a slot. You just slide it off the wall, then you slide it back on, put the napkins in. Well, I knew this. He come in, I said, man, where my money at, man? Where my $250 at, motherfucker? You've been telling me, oh, Lou, he kind of tipsy. Oh, motherfucker, you coming at me? I ain't paying you shit. What you gonna do about it? I say, what? Nigga, you think I'm a bitch? You don't think I can do this, nigga, because I dress nice? Nigga, I'm from the West Side. I slid, and some people on here that remember this. I slid that napkin holder off that wall. I remember. Gashed him across the bloodshot everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Beat the shit out of him. True story. Jay Reed, they all come in the bathroom. The look that he had in his face, like he couldn't believe that Lou Collins was doing this to me.
Man.
Yeah, some people take you like
Take my kindness for
they
weakness.
they see you dress nice,
Yeah.
they see you look at your stature.
Oh,
Never underestimate
Yeah.
a motherfucker.
They don't know where you
Never
you come from.
underestimate a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I always
College educated, all
College
that.
educated, they underestimate all that. Oh,
But-
he educated
Hey,
kid.
but
He
you
ain't
know
about
what
to
I
do
tell
all
them,
this.
G? You know where I come from? I tell them, and this is the title to my book. I got 2 books that I'm working on. One of my books is Who Makes the Comedian Laugh?
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that title.
That's true. That's true.
I like that title.
Because people
That's
say, Lou, man, you make me laugh all the time, man.
Yeah.
I was going through this, I was going through that. Man, but when you came around, you made me laugh.
Yeah.
Lou, I've had people call me, literally, I've had people call me saying, I'm sitting in my garage with a shotgun to my chin, Lou.
Damn.
My right hand to God on my brother's soul. I'm telling you the real shit. Lou, I'm about to, don't do that. No, you finna, and I say something. I've had people call me and I've talked them out of suicide.
Don't that feel good though?
Yeah.
Of course. So that's the first book. Who makes the comedian laugh?
Yeah.
And the second,
And that's out right now?
no, I'm working
Okay,
on
go
that.
ahead. The
working on
second book is
The
what?
second book is I Come From the Streets to the Suites.
Yes, indeed. Lou, we're gonna jump into this last thing
Go
real
ahead.
quick because
One more.
we went over.
Okay.
Go ahead, Red.
Because what Lou just said, it's hard to make a comedian laugh, Lou.
It's hard to make the comedian
And
laugh.
then you go through the same thing the next man do.
That's
goes through.
correct. That's
Wow.
And
wow.
Reg, if
you
you-
got that?
Yeah.
Hold
got
on.
that?
Ding, 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 ding. You still dropping.
And Reg,
Got
and see, that's kind of what this podcast is about.
Yeah.
Like we talking about life experiences, right?
makes-
We all go through the same shit,
Yeah.
right?
Who
We
makes
all,
who makes the comedian
laugh?
Lou, when you were around, like you said,
Yeah.
Lou in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Lou, you kept it, Lou, you keep us, but
Yeah, but
Mhm.
then I might come with a joke and you be like, duh, man. that
no,
ain't
but
funny
who
to me.
makes the comedian?
Right.
Because I go through the same
Yeah.
shit.
Right. Is it no like,
Yeah.
and I understand exactly what you're saying because you getting those phone calls, you getting those
Right.
emails saying, Lou, you helped me get through this.
Yeah.
So who's helping Lou
And then
get through those
right.
situations?
And he's saying I don't even need
you
a
know
joke.
what I mean?
I don't even need a joke.
So I know exactly where you
Right.
at. You know what I'm saying? Look, because people, hold on, Reg,
Go ahead.
because I was hollering at Weave at Mariposa last Friday, and he was like, "Man, G, you don't know how much your videos be helping me. You know,
Mhm.
I'll be posting those motivational videos,
Yeah.
and it just be coming. I'll be really all the shit I be talking about is that they're my experiences,
Yeah.
shit that I'm going through.
Yeah.
Whether it's gambling, whether it's drinking, whether it's a relationship, marriage. I may not go too deep in relationship shit, but if I'm talking about it,
Yeah.
I probably done been through
it.
You know what I mean?
And it's talking about it because it's therapy.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's therapy.
Yeah.
While you
Exactly.
talking about it,
Yeah.
see, because we're men.
Mm-hmm.
See, we're men, and so the sensitivity, we don't show it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We don't show the sensitivity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we require it.
Yeah.
So again, we find that our detox comes from drugs, alcohol,
Yeah.
promiscuous behavior.
Mm-hmm.
We find that's where our therapy comes from. And then at the same time, you still mad. So again, who makes the comedian laugh? And then the second book is I Come From the Streets to the Suites. So when you trying to run game,
Oh yeah.
I come from the 89106. But see, I've shaken hands with 4 presidents. Literally, I've shaken hands.
He not bullshitting.
No, literally.
Ooh, ding, ding,
And I've been
ding.
in some great places among some amazing influencers.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I come from the streets to the suites.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the book. And I'm gonna talk about it.
Let me go back to the first book. I'm gonna forget, Lou.
Go ahead.
You said who makes
Shout out to my man Crown Bone.
who makes a comedian laugh,
Who makes the comedian laugh?
but
Like
but I'm gonna flip it. The word you saying is when I give a word to somebody else, who gonna give me that word I need back?
Yes, sir.
That's what
That's correct.
That's okay.
No, that's correct.
That's what I'm getting at.
Because I don't know if you guys know that comedians,
Oh, they the most hurted ones, though.
because comedians commit suicide
Yes.
greater than any
Yes.
other
Yes.
genre.
Robin Harris.
Yeah, all of
Yeah, I can.
Rob-
yeah,
really?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
not Rob-
comedian.
I mean,
Robin
Rob.
Williams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rob
all of
Williams.
them,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
Comedians
Yes, they do.
commit suicide
Yeah,
greater.
like you said, that's the healing because they reaching a
I
comedian.
heard that
A comedian's reaching out. What he's saying is coming out of him. What he going
Look,
through. Like
I
you
got
said.
my man Poncho Glover
Yeah.
right here, Gremlin. Of
Okay.
course, my man Raiders. My
Okay.
man Poncho that played with the Raiders.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? He got a book out right now.
Oh yes, sir.
Shouts out Poncho.
Pancho, what's cracking, man?
Yeah, former Raiders.
Yeah, me and G Big Reader. So promote that book. We want to get that book and everything. So we want to your book,
Yeah, and
Lou, put it out there.
and
We
look,
want to get
we
the books.
definitely got to get Luke back in here
for
because
sure,
we had some
for
little
sure.
sound difficulties.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, the comedian, that was some great insight.
Yes, sir.
Some people gonna definitely get something from that your story.
Yes,
and
sir.
and that's the whole purpose of this podcast. Yeah, we can get up here and talk about celebrities all day.
Yep.
About what's going on with Diddy, but how does what's going on with Diddy help me out
Correct.
in my life? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I understand we
It-
like that gossip and all stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I want these conversations to help others.
How
You know what I'm
Diddy
saying?
will help you out, G? Don't when you get money, you don't make the mistakes. This is just my opinion, just me speaking. When you get a lot of money, you get bored of, like, we can go. I mean, Luke, you can go to Seven Seas every Saturday. We can go every Saturday. So Luke, I might get bored of, like, man, let's do something else. And that's what happens with people. They get bored of doing the same thing. They want to try new shit. When you got money, you can do that. I don't want to try new shit when I got money. I just want to make sure my family is right and everybody under my family. But some people, they get money, they want to do new shit and try new drugs and new shit.
Right.
And check it out. And a lot of people don't know this here. Red, I'm glad you said that. I tell people that I'm chemically free and proud to be.
Yes, sir.
I ain't never smoked a joint in my life.
Ooh. They never had the
I never.
Like, hey, Lou, man, go and try that shit.
I never. And they said, you went to a black college. You didn't travel.
Nope.
I've never, ever in my life, at 56 years old, ever smoked a joint.
Yeah.
Or weed or been high.
You ain't missed nothing.
Ever.
Right.
And people are like, what? Ever in my life. Because
Hey. He ain't never been to jail.
Yeah.
Which, like Chris Rock said, like, I mean, why are you bragging about that?
Right.
You ain't supposed to go to jail, motherfucker.
And that's the thing.
Low expectation, but you ain't supposed to go to jail. Shit.
Hey, G, that's one thing. People always say, man, oh, you ain't gangster. I say, it's easy to be a gangster. It's hard not to be a gangster. That's the hard part.
Not be that. That's right.
And people talking about you a square. No, y'all squares by doing the shit y'all doing, because y'all doing the same thing these motherfuckers doing.
Right, they being followers.
There you go.
We've been
Basically.
They the squares.
Yeah.
They the squares.
And again, politically, let me just say this. And let me thank you. Let me thank you guys.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Let me thank you guys. Because again, you know, as I say, I come from the streets to the suites.
Yeah.
And I remember the last time we hung out, the time before we hung out at Scotty House.
Oh, yep.
Yep, at Scotty House.
I had video I wanted to play
At
on
Scotty
it, but I
House.
didn't. Yeah.
And so people, the Scotty House, people are like, what is Lou doing over here?
Right.
Like, what did I say earlier when we didn't have no
You
sound?
said-
I say, Lou, this be popping up there like, well,
You know everybody. You know everybody.
So
You
when
know
I go to
everybody.
Scotty House, people
Lou-
like, what is Lou doing over here?
Lou Vegas.
What is Lou doing over here? And so I think Buke had reached out to me and he said, man, I saw, what was you doing at Scotty? What was you doing at Scotty House? Why was you over there? And so that's what I'm saying. When I say I go from the streets to the suites,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And I go from the streets to the suites because again, I have not and I will not forget
Where I come from.
where I come from.
And who
Right.
And because who I am, they help to make.
Yeah.
Who I am,
Yeah.
they help to make.
Yeah.
Who
Right.
I am. So who I am wouldn't have been discovered
Right.
by now what I am.
Yeah. And Sweet Lou, on that top of
That
that,
makes
it's like
sense.
your parents teach you. You can talk to anybody from the janitor to the president of the company, man.
That's correct.
I'm who I am because my upbringing.
That's correct.
I'm not gonna change who I hang around. Because if dude over here smoking crack or meth, I'm not gonna smoke crack. I'm gonna be looking like, hey,
No,
dog, I'll see you later.
No.
Do you? I'm out.
And
Yeah.
I saw it all.
I understand that. Yeah.
And now I'm getting, like I said, I don't do things that I'm not passionate about.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about the money. I'm on passion projects.
Yeah.
And so now what
that's
I'm
huge.
getting-
That's
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Passion
Lou.
projects. Yeah.
Huh?
Passion
go ahead,
projects.
Lou.
Ding,
You can't
ding,
be
ding.
chasing no money because I'm gonna let you finish your thought.
Go ahead.
Because when you start chasing, if you start chasing money, then you may start cutting corners.
Chasing
gonna
wrong
do
money.
that.
But if you're doing it out of passion,
Yeah.
it don't even the money comes. It'll take care of itself.
Well, now that we know better, because we've chased money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We've chased the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, at 56, 57, 58, almost 60, you shouldn't be chasing money.
Passion projects.
It's passion project. You know, a lot of you cats like retired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Retired. You know what I'm saying? And so again, you know, I found a lot of cats that go retired and then they enjoying life, whereas a lot of our parents retired and got another 40. You see what I'm saying? Another
Yeah.
40 hours. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because again, at that time, they knew nothing else other than to keep working.
Yeah.
You know, but now you celebrate life. And so, like I said, Reg, I watch him on Facebook doing his thing. If he want to go and detox, you know, have him a tall can, sit down and play. That's what he does.
Yeah.
That's just the detox.
Right.
He ain't reckless.
No.
Right.
Not
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? He
Right,
ain't
right.
ain't reckless.
If he
but-
was, I probably wouldn't have him in here.
You-
Yeah. He wouldn't. Yeah.
And then here's another thing. Then not is he not reckless, he's a quiet guy.
Uh-huh.
So not now, but right now, he's on a podcast.
Yeah.
And so he's been engaged in podcasts.
Give him that good
So
word.
his whole life is all he did was observe and laughed.
Yep.
Mhm.
Solid dude.
Yeah.
Solid dude. So, but now retired, sitting on a podcast, made his way here,
Mhm.
ran some stop signs to get here today.
Definitely.
He
in
did a- he
in
did
the
a-
rain.
He did a beeline to get here. So now you look at the growth. G, you look at the
Uh-huh.
growth. So now sitting here watching you guys podcast,
Uh-huh.
observing like, okay, Ray, they never said that much shit.
Yeah. Hey, sweet. You right.
Ever.
Thanks to my buddy,
For
Sweet
30
Lou.
years.
Hey,
Right.
he know, man. Gee, I would never.
For 30 years.
Gee,
Right.
if you told me 5 years ago,
He was-
I'll be talking, man. I ain't
Reggie was that quiet like
No.
that?
not even quiet. G, I'm like, you remember how my grow G how you just be
No, I trust
mad
you.
about,
Oh,
mad
yeah,
about
I know.
shit?
I know. You know, I know that.
It's just growth. It's just the growth, and God put you in
Yeah.
the right positions.
Dude,
Right,
for
right.
over 30-something years.
Yeah,
Right.
And doing great.
Most
He
definitely.
didn't do this. He
Nah.
wouldn't. You come around.
yeah. Hey, what's up? And
That's it.
Right. Most
That's
definitely.
what he did. So the platform, and what I'm saying is, you've created a platform.
yeah,
And like I was saying, politically, there's a lot of things that are going on politically.
Mhm.
And so you got a lot of candidates that are running for certain offices, but they're still disconnected from the real
Yeah.
voter.
Mhm.
yeah,
So they only fraternize with individuals that's in their social circle or their
Mhm.
financial circle. But there's a group of people who still are interested. And so for me, when I'm sitting around with elected officials, when I'm sitting around with executives, I have people that come to me and say, well, Lou, I don't wear shirt and ties, bro. I
Mhm.
work for Silver State. You know what I'm saying? But I'm conscious.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm conscious, I'm cognitive, I got kids, but I don't want to come to them. I don't do that. I don't wear a shirt and tie. So I got an opinion.
Mhm.
This politician ain't coming over here. This politician ain't coming over
Sure.
here. This politician ain't saying nothing to us because I ain't going to no cocktail parties.
Right.
But I'm an avid voter. I have an avid conscience. I'm avid about my community. I'm avid about my taxes. I'm avid about my life.
right.
So Lou Collins is the conduit.
Mhm.
I'm the conduit. So that's why I never allowed myself to go above and be bigger than my community.
Right. And that's key, man. And trust me, I know you got your people out there that probably think you have. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Think, you got your haters. We're gonna call them what they
Yes.
are. They see Lou doing this thing. They always question what Lou doing. Like, how Lou getting this? Lou doing that, Lou doing that. You're gonna have those. You know what I'm saying? But I would agree with you with that because you've never came across to me
Thank you, man.
as a person that,
Thank
I
you.
think I'm a little bit
Thank
more,
you.
or I think I'm a little bit this, because you and the reason I can say that because you show up everywhere. The people can't just show up everywhere. Like, nah, I want Lou over here. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And
G.
you pop up everywhere.
I pop up literally everywhere.
That means you ain't got no enemies. And if you do got them, you don't know about
I
them.
don't know. I got some haters,
Yeah.
but I haven't done anything to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Envy
right.
and jealousy is real.
Oh no, it's definitely real.
Envy and jealousy is real,
It's
brother.
definitely real.
And so again, like I said, when we talking about exposure, my goal and my gift is to expose. I say I got my girl Shannon on here, Shannon the comedian. My goal, I let God use me to make other people better.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So Tone, what's up? And like Big Will say, Lou is always community. I help people
Right.
because that's my purpose.
Mhm.
That's my purpose, man. So it's so many people now. I'm filming people now. I'm not asking for it, but I'm going places and people are giving their testimonies about how I've helped them.
Right.
So I said, well, can I film that? Because I want to be able to leave that testimony to show that it's about the work that
Mhm.
Lou Collins has done.
Right. Right.
It's
right.
about the work, man. And so again, that's why this platform is so necessary, because there's no agenda
right.
with this platform. So that's
Not
why
at all.
when you reached out to me and say, Lou, can you come on? See, You got people that's on my live right now that needed this. You got people on my live that certain elected officials are not going to even they're not going to even be able to connect to.
Nope.
Because they don't know how to connect, or they think they're better than they are.
Right.
Wow. Ding,
Yeah,
ding, ding.
and I appreciate
ding,
you.
ding,
Hey,
ding,
look,
ding.
and I appreciate you
Yes, sir.
introducing your audience
Yeah.
to the Vegas Live podcast.
Yes,
if you didn't
man,
know, we go
plug it.
live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. You can look me up at Vegas Gates on Facebook. We got a Vegas Live podcast on Facebook also, and on YouTube.
I got people on here from all over the country.
And
Right.
then Lou, you like you said,
I got people on here. My man Tone from New Orleans. I got people on here from all over the country.
Lou, use a celebrity, not a Vegas. Use a celebrity. And G said, like, I got Lou coming over. G, Lou, you could have said, nah, man, they little podcast, man. They ain't.
He didn't hesitate. Go ahead, Red, my bad.
No, you was good. He said, I could, man, they little podcast they ain't coming on here. Lou, that's why I say I ran them lights. Lou, I know,
Wow.
I know how you reach people.
Wow.
My man right there, he always say, Reg, we here to teach people something and give them something. We here to motivate. It's not a negative show. We trying to teach somebody and teach somebody what they going through so they won't make the mistakes. We here to uplift. It ain't about the dollar.
And let me share this with you. I didn't know that Reg knew all that he knows about me.
Oh man.
Oh, really? They
I didn't
watching
know.
from a distance. In
I didn't know.
silence.
No, I'm
we
saying
grew up together.
Reg never,
watch you. I watch.
Reg don't say, he didn't say much.
Right.
I didn't know. I mean, every time I see him, it's always been respect and love.
I'm a student of Lou. I'm a student of life, bro. I see you.
Listen,
Like, that's
you
why I
see
said
that?
my first thing. What my first thing I say? I'm giving you flowers. I'm giving you flowers. I don't know if
Before
they
we even mic'd up, you said
I'm
that.
giving you flowers. I know people might know. I say I'll give you for what you do for and to the community.
So
Right.
listen,
Yes,
and then
sir.
you gotta understand. So listen, this right here is so crazy. I'm about to drop it in. But wow,
yeah,
deep breath.
Yeah.
Because you gotta understand, dude, I'm 16, 17. He's 14, 15.
yes, yeah. All that time made him. Yeah. That from that Western cafeteria, and I was watching from every Tarkanians, whatever you was wearing. I was watching. That's what I say, Lou. You was never involved in no negativity.
I'm 16, 17.
Your name ain't came up in no drama. Lou did this. Lou fucked me on this. None of that. Your name never came up in nothing nowhere ever.
And see that's really huge.
Yeah.
Right, because we can all think of some people like, he always into this,
Yeah.
always into this, always
Wow,
into
look,
that.
I'm trying,
But
brother.
one thing that you said, Reggie, is when I reached out to him, and I didn't even think about this.
Yeah.
Luke, like you said, he a celebrity. He could have been thinking like, man, y'all only got 5 people watching.
Right. I ain't coming.
Man, when you get 1,000 in the chat,
Yeah.
when you then y'all come holler at me.
Bring me
You know what I'm
back when we
saying?
get 1,000 in the chat.
Exactly. That's how
Bring me
some
back when
people.
we get
That's how
1,000 in the
some
chat.
people
Yes,
will
sir.
do you,
Yes, sir.
especially if they had a certain
Right.
status.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
It's love.
I
It's real.
didn't even think about that, but at the same time, I didn't hesitate to reach out to Lou because I'm not gonna lie, I figured we had talked about it over April House.
Mentioned
I
it.
said, Lou, I got to bring you on the podcast.
Yeah.
When you said, get me on the podcast.
You got
You,
it.
you know what I'm saying? That's what he told me.
Yeah.
You got
And
it.
so I appreciate him, him even taking time
I mean, exactly.
out of his busy schedule because I know he probably got something else after this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I had something before this. It's a rainy,
Right.
it's a rainy day.
That's
But
why.
like I told you, G, it made sense today because there's a lot of people are not distracted because the movement is slow.
Yeah.
And people ain't really moving around. So again, the lives is live. So
Right.
now people will be tuned in because again, it's raining. People don't drive in the rain in
Mhm.
Vegas. So Mother Nature created a great platform
Yep.
Right.
for us to be here right now.
Well, this can't be the last time.
No,
man,
no.
Sweet Lou coming
Because
through, man.
I mean, like you say, this was like straight off script. We just in here freestyling barbershop talk,
Yeah.
getting to learn a little bit more about Lou Collins, his philanthropy work, his book, his 2 books that's about to be coming out. When can we expect those books to be out?
So right now, man, Who Makes the Comedian Laugh is something that I've been I've had in the coffer, man, for quite some time. So the anticipation of that, man, I'm expecting to actually complete it. I want it to be 2025.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've been sitting on Who Makes the Comedian Laugh, man, getting it all registered and everything for a long
Mhm.
time, man. And again, now that my life is kind of transitioning because again, like I said, there's certain things I'm not chasing anymore. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not passionate about it, so now I can actually create and work towards finishing the books because I'm not chasing certain things anymore. And one of the biggest goals was to, of course, get my daughter out of college and everything. And, that was a major success. She's doing her thing. I'm so proud of her. She's in town right now.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah, thank you, man. And so she's in the master's program now. She's doing her thing, self-sufficiency. So I'm good with that because again, she went to Grambling as well.
Okay.
And my goal was to, pay for that out of pocket. That was one of my goals. My goal was to, to go to registration and bring the cashier's check. You know what I'm saying? Every semester. Because a lot of us, we got out of school with student loan debt. You know what I'm saying? And student loan debt doesn't leave, And so again, as I was telling her about, financial responsibilities of becoming financially secure, we're not doing no student debt. You're not going to have no student loan debt. So I was able to pay out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? It was $11,000 a semester, out of pocket every semester. So she walked out of school with nothing.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Nobody.
Nothing. So again, when I look at my life, I'm so grateful and I'm thankful and I'm pleased. So I'm finishing up the books. I got some other projects that I'm also working on. And again, I'm still funny. But you got
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to pay in order for me to play.
Right. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from the man. If y'all want to get him on stage, he down to do it. But the price got to be right.
The price got to be right.
Y'all can't come with this man with $200, $100. No,
and let me say this too, man, because again, my man Buke, and of course my man Jazz, my man Ricky Red, you know what I'm saying? All my day ones, you know what I'm saying? My day ones, my brother. You know what I'm saying? My day ones. In fact, I ran into my guy Kelly Harris last night, my day ones. In fact, my guy Tony Spence inboxed me. I ain't seen Squeeze in a minute, but all these guys were my day ones, man. And so again, I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful, for them being in my life for me to be able to deliver what I can deliver. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so, and I don't want, and my whole thing was to always stay connected, stay connected because I knew what we come from. Because remember, I said in the 89106, no matter what your social status was, no matter what your financial status was, we had to be neighbors. Right. So if your mom and them had money, if your dad and them had money, a good job, or if you had nothing, we saw it. You know what I'm saying? If you was on dope, we saw it. If she was a hoe, we saw it. If he was a pimp, we saw it. You did
been through that.
We saw it. We saw it, man, out of the 89106 because you couldn't hide it. You couldn't live in no other zip code at that time.
Right. That's some Vegas history right there, man.
I see you shaking your head.
That's some Vegas history, man. And that's kind of what I want to start. I want to get some other Vegas natives up in here in the studio so we can hear their story. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a story. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their trials and tribulations that they go through. Everybody got their ups and downs.
Yeah, man.
And as we get older, and what was that phrase you said? Purpose. What did you say?
Passion project.
Passion project.
Yeah, I'm on passion project.
I'm gonna steal that one.
Go ahead.
I'm like this podcast is a passion project. It's a passion project.
Yeah.
Yes, you know what I mean? I want to get our message out. We want to just have conversations like this because conversations they can be healing. We gonna laugh in this bitch. We may cry. Like you said, we may cry.
Yeah. I just cried.
You know what I mean?
We dropped a tear.
Right. A couple weeks ago, we talked about gambling.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out there going through gambling issues silently.
I know them. And alcohol.
Yeah, all that.
Drugs, alcohol, sex. All of it.
Man, listen, not only just, I'm saying, if I'm available, I'm in rotation like a radio station.
That's sweet.
So y'all say,
sweet Luke, hold on. G said,
I'll just come in and sit.
No, you always have a available seat.
Right.
Pull up.
Like, look, no. What I'm gonna start doing, I know Lou do his thing on Wednesday night, so I know that's off. That Wednesday is off. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, if y'all don't know, I'm pretty sure y'all know 88.1 Wednesday, I think at 6 o'clock.
The breakdown.
I was about to say like it is, but that was Franklin G. Rest in peace, Franklin G.
Rest in peace, Franklin G.
The breakdown, 88.1. Y'all do a 2-hour show on Wednesday, right?
Yes,
2-hour show.
And I'm gonna speak for G. Anytime we do our show on Wednesday, but anytime you want to do a Saturday, whenever, he gonna open the mic for you. And
Nah, definitely.
I'm pulling up.
I want to make this
I'm pulling
Saturday
up.
like a regular.
Okay.
You know, like we were supposed to do an hour, but we had sound
I'm
issues
pulling
and
up.
we just flowing right now. I don't even know
Yeah.
what time. I'm not
Yeah.
even looking at the
Yeah,
clock.
yeah,
I don't know how long we've been on here. You know what I'm saying? But the conversation, when that conversation is good, you
Yeah.
just kind of let it flow.
Well, I gotta
You
go
know.
because I gotta pick the grandson up.
Yeah, no, we gonna shut it down. Lou, we want to thank you, man.
Appreciate
And,
you, Luke.
and like I say, salute to the daughter that's in town. Salute to these passion projects,
Yeah,
man.
passion
Y'all
projects.
be sure to look for them books. And for people, y'all know where Lou at. Y'all can find him on Facebook. Where else
Yeah.
can you find him at? We'll find you at
IG. I'm on
IG.
IG. Lou Collins 92. You know what I'm saying? L Collins, Lou Collins 92 on IG and Facebook. Sweet Lou coming through. That's it.
And they saying
That's it, man. We got to get him back because I still have some
Yeah.
more questions. I had
I
some
got-
Doolittle.
oh, yeah.
I had
Yeah.
some Doolittle questions for him.
Right. We didn't even get to the do.
We didn't get to it.
Hey,
We didn't get to
Hey,
it.
Lou, and
So-
I want you to tell him about brothers Mark and Lou, but we didn't get to that either. Yeah. You know, yeah.
So listen. So just know when we come back, we're gonna expound on the fact when he talked about Doolittle. So there was a moment because I'm also a phenomenal basketball player. I'm a phenomenal basketball player. So a lot of people look like, what? So we're gonna talk about the 6 foot and under league. Lou Collins
Why you laughing, Jim?
led
Because
he didn't
told
believe
the
it.
story.
He
Because he
didn't
didn't
believe
believe
it,
it.
Lou. He ain't
No,
believe it,
no,
Lou.
no,
He
no,
ain't
no,
believe
no,
it. He ain't
no, no.
believe it.
He didn't believe it, but they told him the truth.
he called Butte.
He didn't believe
They
it.
was making phone calls.
He didn't believe
He
it.
believe now.
Ask him.
He was making.
All right.
They made
No,
some phone calls.
ask
I'm
him.
like,
All right.
but then they said they was making sure there wasn't nobody holding him.
No. But listen,
I'm listening, bro.
oh, but listen, that might have been the case.
Yeah.
But I think I dropped in 13 threes.
What? In
He
one
say,
game?
He say he hold the record that
in
Doolittle.
one
I hold
game?
the record.
In one game? Whoa.
Yes, sir. Behind the arch.
They say he hold the record, man.
Yes,
He
sir.
he confirmed it.
I don't doubt nobody till somebody show me the records that didn't happen. I
Listen.
ain't doubt nobody.
He questioned it.
Yeah.
G questioned it.
13 threes.
Because you
Not just threes. The highest, I was the highest scorer.
Woo.
Come on, man. That's what I do. See, remember.
Hold on. I got
Go
one.
ahead.
I got one. Steph Lou.
There you go. So listen. So a lot of people don't understand, and we're gonna let you close out.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't get it. So when you come to my house, and you came to my house. So every let me see, the last 2 or 3 houses that I had, I built a basketball court in the backyard,
Yeah.
a sports court. Remember the court?
Oh yeah, I remember.
I built a sports court. I build a sports court
Gotcha.
in the backyard, the gold, everything. State of the arts sports court.
You ain't building that unless you're shooting.
Say it
You
again.
ain't building that unless you're shooting. You
Say
ain't
it
building that
again.
for the.
Red, say it again.
You ain't building that unless you're shooting. You ain't building that for the sport of it.
I don't have no
for the look
sons. I don't have no sons.
of it. Yeah.
So that was for you.
I don't have no
Yeah,
sons. They be like,
yeah,
that's for your
yeah,
son. I don't have no boys.
Yeah.
So when people used to come to my house and see the sports courts at every house, like, man, that basketball court. Who that's for, Lou? That's for me.
Lou, we gonna stop it.
Yeah, I gotta go because I'll be late picking that boy. Lou,
Hey,
thank you
man.
again, brother.
Lou, man, we appreciate
Hey.
it.
Yes, sir. Ain't cut.
No,
All right, we out.
Yeah.
Listen, man, thank y'all for
All right.
tuning in. Jared Monroe.
peace.
My man, Derek Nance. Thank y'all for listening, man.
Vegas Live
Hey.
Podcast on Facebook, man.
I gotta pick this boy.
Vegas
Lou.
Live. Hey,
I'm
Vegas
late
Live
picking up. Yeah, I'll holler
Podcast.
at y'all.
All right, man.
I gotta
Red,
get.
thank you for coming through,
Oh
man.
man, no. I ran them lights for real.
Hey, and we got t-shirts.
You come back. Oh yeah, put that on there.
And we got
Vegas
t-shirts.
Live Podcast.
There it is. Bam. Coming through. I got it.
All right.
Sweet Lou came through.
Appreciate it, Lou, man. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you,
man.
Jay. I had fun. I
Yeah,
dropped
it
the
was
tip.
cool, man. Appreciate
Hey, you guys,
it, man.
thank y'all for tuning in, man. Vegas Live Podcast, man. Sweet Lou came through. It was an amazing afternoon, evening, man. Y'all tune in. Y'all stay back. Stay black till we get back. Peace. Thank y'all. Hey, Twan, thank you, man. Lou, tell him